I just want to reiterate how trash Dre is. We already know he's trash. He's been trash. He'll always be trash. And he just continues that notion. Continues that notion even today. Hi guys, this is Power, my review for Power, Season 6, Episode 3. Now, the episode itself, oh Lord Jesus, is good. I don't care what anyone says. I've seen mostly positive stuff, but I'm just saying Power is good. Power is good. It's definitely given me the energy that I need and that I would be interested in moving forward with completing this season. And we start things off with the theme song being back. Let's just do a praise the Lord for the theme song being back. Because what we had to deal with in the past was some bull. I said, I don't know why let's move forward. Let's move on. It's back. That's all that actually matters. Man, I really need to get my hair done. This is looking raggedy. Anyway, it starts off with Dre of all people. So Dre, he's there, and Andre. And he's there with his baby. He clearly doesn't know what he's doing. Clearly his baby mama was the one who primarily took care of the child. So here comes Donovan, who has 2 daughters, has to go and school Dre on simple parenting techniques like holding the child and calming the child down. And I said, oh no, I see the writings on the wall. So Dre, of course, is very antsy. He doesn't know what he's going to do. And things take a left because Donovan checks in and no one checks in back. So now they're in danger. The place gets shot up, and as people, it was a nice shootout scene. I must say, it was a nice shootout scene. You saw the blood, you saw the splatter, you saw, body parts, you saw openings, you saw, this sounds so wrong, but you get what I'm saying, right? It was nice because every time someone got shot, they slowed it down a little bit. I said, oh, look at that frame rate. Look at the details. Look at the machine gun. Look at the headshots. Look at the gut shots. It was beautiful. All of it was beautiful. And Donovan actually, at one point I was like, is Dre's daughter gonna get shot? Because Donovan was holding the child, but then eventually Donovan gave Dre back his baby, and Donovan, he tricked the guy, the last person who, was an intruder, and he got shot in the process. But for now, Dre was safe. He told Dre, stay low in the tub until reinforcements come. Dre, being Dre, saw his opportunity to get a gun, get his daughter, and then kill Donovan. He shot Donovan at least twice to make sure that he was dead. Now, why did Donovan have to die exactly? I don't know if it was to make sure that no one followed him. All I know is that Dre wouldn't get in trouble for killing Donovan. So he knew he could do it. Because Donovan was like, I'm just like you. I have daughters at home. And I took a bullet for you. And this is how you're going to repay me? Yeah, because Dre is trash. Dre is trash. We knew that. That's nothing new. So then Dre's daughter turns around for a second and sees Donovan get shot. I said, worst parent of the year. Worst parent of the year. To make matters worse, there was blood on her face. I'm like, oh Lord Jesus. Now Sax is dealing with Proctor's wife, ex-wife, who I think the wife said the daughter left her book bag or something. I forgot what it was, but I don't think they got anything yet. Dre was really thinking that if he goes and just lays low and walks through, what was that, Grand Central? He's an idiot. He's an idiot. The feds were on him, and so they got him, and they got his daughter. Good. So now Sax has to learn from the new head chief that another one of your people's dead, Donovan. And so now they're convinced, not only are they convinced that James St. Patrick is still the killer, now they're going to go and corroborate how it's possible. Sax, this is the only time where I'm okay with Sax going and acting like Sax. The only time I'm okay with Sax acting like Sax, if you know what I mean. Sax is douchey, Sax is annoying, but so is Dre. Dre was like, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. Sax said, well, if you want your immunity deal, since now that Angela's gone, since you now know Angela's gone, you're gonna go and do this for us. All of that's cute, but I was not expecting what I saw next. Can we talk about Councilman Tate banging the hell out of this girl? I said, and I don't mean that in like a pedo way. I mean, they was doing the damn thing. She was enjoying it. I said, I want to see this. I want to see this. He doesn't deserve this, especially not with her, but I want to see this. Because she was riding him and she was making sounds while he was on the phone with the investor. She was blessing him, as some will say, and apparently she works down in his office, which makes all of the sense in the world. Makes all the sense in the world. And now I'm looking at him like, you trifling mothers. And I was confused because I saw a ring on her finger, a ring on the guy's finger. Is the white guy her husband or something? Or that was the part that confused me, because she told him he needs to chill. I think so, because that was the guy that Tate punched, and so then he was like, oh, that guy's a punk, he's this, he's that, he's a fraud. Well, it doesn't matter, because now you're going to be fired. We have a new person in town, and she is a boss. Her name is Ramona Garrity. We're just going to call her Ramona. Ramona is not playing. Remember, Tate is supposed to be becoming, I think, like mayor or governor. Who cares? Who cares? And the DNCE, they fully support him. So they brought Ramona down there to go make sure that he is the right candidate, which also means that she wants to check out James St. Patrick. Now, as soon as I heard that, I said, ooh, maybe James can work out his magic, because you know how he has a thing for the ladies. Speaking of the ladies, or lady, look at Lakeisha wearing Beyonce's 2009 outfit for Diva when she walked into that warehouse, before she walked into that warehouse. Oh, I'm really a stan. Anyway, Lakeisha looks good. See, whenever it's like, okay, she looks good, it's Lala. When she's acting stupid, she's Lakeisha. And she's looking around, but she's looking nervous. I'm thinking, oh God, Tommy, you chose the wrong one. You chose the wrong one. But he's giving her the lowdown. She's like, oh wow, this is a lot. His guys are looking at her, and now they're trying to clean the money, but they're not cleaning enough. And they're going to have to figure that out. Sax goes and meets with, what's her name? Angelina? You know who I'm talking about. Jimenez. And the Jimenez sister. And her lawyer has the most sourpuss face, which I said it's Sax, so I guess I can understand. They essentially want a deal where she gets to go free. She gets to go free, and she'll go to jail in Mexico. I'm thinking, oh, so you want to go to jail in the country where you have power? No, that's not what's going to happen. So I was actually here for Sax being like, no deal. I'm thinking Alicia, that's her name. Oh, wow. See how that works? Alicia really thought for a second she had something, but she didn't sweat it, because there's always a way to get out of this. Now, James is talking to Tate. Tate is trying to tell James, hey, you've been doing too much and it's not been helping. So to make matters a little bit better, we need more money. We are broke. That's the thing. They're broke because it costs money. It costs money. They're not getting the proper funding. And in order to make sure all of that continues, as far as them getting the proper funding and support as governor, Tate needs Ghost to back off and to remain hidden. Because we have a new person in town. That new person in town is not going to fall for the James St. Patrick charm. Little does Tate know. I love the relationship that Tommy and Tasha have, TNT. They're smoking in his car. He got a new car. And he is just kind of saying how he's not sure what he's going to do. Jason's on him. He needs to be able to clean the money. And so Tasha, remember, she's the fixer. But right now, Tasha's going through some stuff. So she can't just be on like she normally is. And because of that, Tasha doesn't really have a solution for him. She doesn't have anywhere where she can clean the money. They can't use the club. They can't work with Keisha, because Keisha does not like Tasha. And because Keisha does not like Tasha, Tommy cannot work with Tasha. And Jason wants Tommy to come over. And the fact that his text message was, get over here. I said, I'm not your bit. I'm not your bit. I'm not your bit. Why is Tariq's door open while he has all that money out, while he has people coming in and out for drugs, while they keep going and buying stuff? And here's the thing. Here's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. Really rich people, they have nice, expensive stuff that does not look nice, that does not look flashy. So you don't immediately think it's expensive. Tariq is acting like someone with new money, and so is his friend. Because I guess we find out that his friend isn't like rich. There could be financial downfall because he comes from a combined household where they bring in less than $500,000. Again, we're talking about a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of things, when you really think about how much money probably the average person at that school has, that's why he's so open to doing this, because he probably came from a family that actually worked hard. Let me rephrase that. He probably came from a family that had to really work their way up recently. And so this opportunity with Tariq is great. And he's smarter than Tommy, but he's still basically like the Tommy of the group. And Tariq has his new little boo thing. They need more pills. They're out of pills right now. They need more pills. Tariq said he's going to go into the city and get his connect. I'm thinking, what connect does Tariq have? Really? I'll wait. Because it's not Jason. Is it going to be the Italians, as Tommy used to say? Jason is over it because Jason is like, he needs his money. He needs for Tommy to perform, because if Tommy can't perform, then what's the use of Tommy? So the way that Tommy can make it up to him, at least for right now, is for Tommy to go and to kidnap Alicia Jimenez. By doing so and bringing her back here alive, they'll call it even for today. He gives Ghost the same opportunity. He tells Ghost, you can miss one payment. This will cover one payment. I'm thinking, one? I said, see, this is how we know Ghost isn't Ghost right now. Because Ghost should have been like, here's what we're going to do instead. It's going to be more than one payment. This will clear me, period. But we see how the outcome was, so it makes sense. Ghost isn't trying to be a part of this lifestyle again. But guess what? You've been doing this for so long and you've been messing up for so much. This is your retribution. And speaking of retribution, Big Mama is looking after Yaz, which is fine. The problem with that is Big Mama apparently has this daycare, but it's like a casual daycare. It's not an official one. So if anything happens, Big Mama's pretty much screwed. Tasha realizes, she's trying to find a way to bring in an income, maybe even clean some money. Who knows? So it sparks an idea, but she can't focus on that right now because Tariq wanted to make a surprise visit. Because remember, Tariq needs to go and get more pills. So he tries to downplay it like, oh, he wanted to see his mom. And Tariq's like, okay, so where am I going to sleep? And then he makes a big deal out of the fact that, oh, the place is kind of small. there's no bedroom for me. And she was just like, hey, I'm struggling. Your dad gave me some stuff, but it's not enough. So I need to go and bring in my own revenue. So then Tariq foolishly brings out a wad of cash, even though he does not have a job. So how could he have this cash? Then he quickly lies and said, oh, it was Kanan left me some money. So that really freaks her out because she hates Kanan. And that makes her think, all right, take that money back. I'm thinking you should have taken that money from him, hid it, but then Ghost comes along and Ghost tells Tasha that, oh, I'm sorry, Yaz can't stay with me because I have some stuff to do. Remember, he has the Elisa and Mena stuff. I have some stuff to do this weekend, and at the very least, Tariq will have slept in Yaz's room, and so she's just over it, and Ghost keeps asking more from Tasha. So Tasha said, screw the both of you. Tariq, you go and stay in the penthouse with your father and you figure it out. And now annoying Blanca comes back in. And her and Sax are going to work together. They have this conspiracy theory. They have two possible theories. One, that James St. Patrick, I need to stop hitting this thing. One, that James St. Patrick really did kill Angela. Or two, that Angela was working with James, Tommy, and even Tasha, and maybe even Dre. Because when they looked into Angela's notes as far as her signing the release for Dre to be put in protective custody and what his testimony was, he essentially testified that Ghost and Tommy had no involvement in the anything having to do with the Jimenez as well as the previous distros. And we know it's a lie. And we know that they were all working together at that time. So they're going to go and prove either. One of the two. Well, actually, that's not true. They still land on the fact that they think that at the end of the day, Ghost killed Angela. They're wrong, but I want to see how this plays out. Because that could be interesting, especially since they're wrong. That could go actually pretty well for James. But we'll see. Because now we have Tariq. Tariq's there. Tariq gets caught because Ghost lets him know the truth. He's actually honest with him. He said, I thought that Uncle Tommy was dead, but he's not. He's still alive. And so then Tariq tried. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. He tried the whole... What? He's alive? Ghost said, cut the shit. How long have you known that Uncle Tommy's been alive? And it's like, I told you, you need to trust me. I'm thinking, why should he trust you ever? Tariq apologizes, gives him a hug, says I love you. And I'm thinking, oh, Ghost, he's so stupid. You're leaving this kid who's been a problem child for a little while to go and do as you please because you're so preoccupied doing your other stuff. Oh, these parents are, ooh. So then he goes into Raina's room and he hid some pills there. And he sees a picture of Raina. But it's not enough to make him do the right thing. Just like his father. So now, Ghost is dealing with James. Ghost is dealing with James. Ghost is dealing with Proctor. Joe comes in and he's very upset. I'm trying to figure out how, if Proctor knows that James doesn't have much money and he's going through all this stuff, then why is Proctor just doing this? Because I feel like, what is actually James paying him at this point? It's odd because James tells him, I need for you to figure out how to go and get me intel on Alicia's schedule because I need to go and kidnap her. And he's essentially like, figure it out or don't come back. I'm thinking, what do you have to offer me aside from killing me? Really, that's all it is at this point. And now Tasha's trying to go and snoop around, figure out the deal when it comes to her mom and this babysitting stuff. And her mom is just like, she's just helping out some mothers in the neighborhood, watching the kids. She doesn't have an official business set up. So Tasha was asking, what if there's lawsuits and all this stuff? What happens? And the mom was like, look, what is this about? Tasha wants to go into business with her mom, but her mom doesn't really want to officially work. And her mom's upset because her mom feels like, how dare you go and ruin your relationship because I was essentially supposed to retire. We were supposed to retire. We weren't supposed to work. I'm thinking, oh my God, so you're the type that use your kids or use your daughter and essentially almost pimp out your daughter just to have a better life. Oh, Big Mama's trash. Big Mama's trash. Tariq gives his peeps their drug refill, but he's stressing because he doesn't have more product. He gave them half than what they originally had. Speaking of who's stressed, Proctor. Proctor's very stressed because Proctor has to deal with his daughter is there, and here comes Tommy. So then, now this is going to be a problem because I know how this happened. Okay, so I wanted to double check. Tommy, all he said was, Proctor said, "Oh, I thought you were dead," and no. Proctor said, Tommy, I thought you were dead. Tommy said, well, I'm back from the grave, mother sucker. Now, his daughter, as in Proctor's daughter, came back down right once that was said. And so she took her book bag up. So at least at that moment, the book bag the keychain did not record anything really incriminating. Because that could have meant anything. So now, Proctor's the real MVP, trying to keep all of these people together. Tommy threatens him essentially and is like, look, he's going to take him out. And Proctor's like, I have a daughter. And Tommy is almost like, yeah, and? And? I almost killed Ghost and he has 2 kids. I feel like that's what Tommy wanted to say. But Tommy, he needs Proctor to use his guy on the inside to go and gain access to Alicia. Proctor said that it's not going to be that clear cut. Tommy said, you're going to have to figure it out. You're going to have to make it work. You're going to have to make it work because if you don't, I'll go to your and you're going. See, and so then I got confused because Heather, the same woman who's a part of the NCE, she went by a different name. I think it was like the first name I heard was Ramona or something like that. But now I'm hearing Heather. I don't know. But I could instantly tell that James is her type. James is 100% her type. And so he goes and talks about how he knows, a bit about her. And she knows a bit about him. And she is trying to check him out in more ways than one, trying to see if he's a liability or an asset. And James is a smooth talker. This is the one thing he's good at, really talking it up to ladies. And think about it, her husband has this huge cheating scandal with, I think, like strippers or prostitutes. And because of that, she's very vulnerable. She's way more vulnerable than she probably normally would be. And that means that we might actually see James come out and get a win on this front, even if it's just temporary. Tariq was hanging out with his guy and I guess his guy's girls, but then Tariq's main thing walks in, which meant that everyone else got kicked out, and they start playing chess. And this is where Tariq, I don't know, I don't trust her. There's just something I don't like because I feel like this is moving too fast. I don't trust her. I don't. Maybe I'm going to be wrong, but I don't trust her. And I think that either she's a part of something else that Tariq has no idea about, and so he's going to get screwed over, or maybe she's not. And maybe she's a decent person. And maybe I'm wrong. But for some reason, I feel like I'm not. I feel like I'm not wrong. I feel like her talking about how she lost her brother, and then Tariq talking about how he lost his sister because she did her research. I said, I don't know, Reek. I don't know. I don't know about this one. She seems really cool, but she seems a little bit too cool. Sometimes when things are a little too convenient, because then he even goes and tells her that, hey, I actually don't have a distro right now. The last one I had died. And I'm just like, why are you... This is too much information. Too much information. This is how people get caught up. So now Tommy, he's talking with his guys about the plan, and there's a fatal flaw with the plan. The fatal flaw with the plan is that they need a woman. They need a woman because they need somehow to get access to the girl's bathroom. And so what they're going to do is use Lakeisha. She comes in right on time. And then didn't you see, what was it, 2-Bit, whatever his name is? The look on his face of like jealousy. He's such a bit, oh, he is such a, I'm like, is the problem because you're not getting any girls? Is that why you're a hater? Is it? Is it? Councilman Tate, he's having this meeting, and then James comes along, and he looks a little kerfuffled because he's thinking, wait a minute, didn't we agree that you would finally go and dip out? But no, we did not, because guess what? I talked to Heather, and Heather wants me here. And to make matters better, James is going through a divorce with Tasha. And so that's really appealing to Heather. I saw a look on her face. She's not slick, but they do need Tasha. They do need a united front. And so Tasha, she agrees to meet with Tate, but she's irritated. She's highly irritated because she's like, you're the same man that went and used my daughter's death to go and aid your campaign. So I'm not going to be cool with you. And Tasha doesn't give a bleep. She knows exactly what she's doing. She came out swinging in this dinner conversation because Heather was there as well. And Tasha's like, oh yeah, I know you. And they kind of pseudo bonded over the fact that their husbands are serial cheaters. But the deal is Tasha will help. She will help as long as Tate will give her the permits she needs and to fast track her process of opening a at-home childcare service. And Heather says yes. Tate was like, oh no, I don't know if I can do that. Heather says yes. Like, he will happily do that. Like, what are you doing, dummy? You have to give a little to get a lot. That's how this world works. Alicia, she's being walked in. Well, she's going to get changed for court. I said, thank God, because the look of struggle does not look good on her. There's just some people that need money and need to be dolled up because she looked a mess. Tasha's queen. Tasha's friend is what I was trying to say. Tasha's friend, or ex-friend, Lakeisha, almost looked like she wasn't about to go and do her job, which pissed me off. As soon as I saw Alicia drinking that water, I knew that there was something wrong with that water. Now, Andre wasn't supposed to go into court the same time Alicia was there, so he already got spooked out. But that's not what matters. What matters is Alicia starts coughing up a lung, and the team drags her out. Apparently, it was Proctor's guy on the inside. He got his $10,000 that was required to go and give her, maybe it was like Epicat or something. Gave her something to where she was going to throw up. Ghost was there pretending to be the word isn't handyman. To be a fixer of some kind. Maybe like an elevator fixer, mechanic, what have you. I said, wow. Now that was good because I wouldn't have even noticed that was Ghost. So that was good how they dressed him up or dressed him down. But they take Alicia to the bathroom. They check the bathroom. There's one stall that said out of order, so it was locked. They didn't even try to open it, which is good because Keisha was there and she confirmed that Alicia was in the stall and that she was sick and that the plan was going as it should, and gave them a time frame. So we see Dre being walked, and I was wondering if Dre noticed Ghost, which he did. Ghost realized, wait, why is Keisha here? So then he backed down. He went back to the garage to see what he could do, and then he noticed, wait a minute, that's Tommy and Tommy's people trying to get to have Alicia. And he was about to shoot Tommy, but Alicia was right there. It was too hot. The block was hot. He had to get out. And Tommy was able to go and successfully kidnap Alicia in an ambulance. I said, I'm not mad. I am not mad. So now Alicia was brought to Jason, and Jason's like, so are you going to help me or not? She wanted to smoke. She told him to go bleep off, and he shot her dead flat in the head. Shot her in the head. Like, boom, boom, she's dead. And Tommy was just like, wait a minute. I risked everything to get her out of custody alive. And you went and shot her in And Jason was just like, I just wanted to shoot her myself. That's all. So then Tommy's really upset, and Jason's like, look, you get to live another day, and you're upset? This is how this works. So then Tommy goes, picks up the cigarette, and starts smoking. Starts smoking it. The same cigarette that Alicia was smoking just like a minute ago. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Ghost is talking to Proctor, and Proctor, and Ghost is upset because like Tommy went and ruined my plan. How do you even know? And Proctor was like, Tommy's still alive? Of course he knows, but you know how this goes. It's like, and you didn't tell me Tommy's still alive? Because Ghost is trash. Of course he is. Ghost has no idea what he's going to do because Ghost is running out of money. He's running out of money, and he needs a refill. I'm thinking, oh no, if we go back to Simon, which we did, which someone last week I think mentioned that. And so Simon is talking about how it's crazy how the interest rates on black, on African American loans are so high. Like any subsidy stuff that you get, it almost doesn't matter because at the end of the day, the interest rates are crazy. And I'm thinking, oh, welcome to the black side. So then he was talking, James needs a cash infusion with the whole Raina project, which means that now Simon will owe more of it. So then he was like, I'm so happy that I can go and help. He said something stupid. He said white lives matter. I said someone needs to get Simon because Ghost is now gonna, he tripled the interest or something. Ghost was playing the dangerous game. This man's gonna take everything from up under Ghost. I already see it. Ghost is gonna end up with nothing. I already see it. Tommy's happy because Lakeisha did her thing, but he still needs to be able to clean the money. So Keisha's gonna go and do it by herself. She doesn't need Tasha. I said, yeah, we'll see about that. And Tommy's like, yeah, F that B. I said, yeah, right. Next week, you're going to be smoking her in the car again. That's just how it is. Sax essentially says that, hey, either you can go and help us out or we'll put you out in the street. Dre doesn't say anything. And so because of that, they're going to keep his daughter. And he's basically going to be thrown out in the street. I said, good. Ghost has the audacity to call Tommy and ask Tommy, let's work together and let's get Jason. I said, yeah, Jason's draining your pockets, and so now you need Tommy. I'm glad Tommy told him to go scratch. My problem is Jason is the last person that I want to go and be the reason why these two are at odds. If they're going to go and kill each other, then let it be because they don't like each other anymore. Not because of this outside party who needs to go. Like yesterday. But he's really powerful. This isn't a regular. This is not a Milan. This is not a... No, this is some next level. Jason is next level. I will say that. So that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Check out my ASMR channel, Romie Reviews. Romie Whispers, ASMR. And I'll see you next week.